Hello, welcome to the first week of the new season. Today we're going to be trying out Orzhov Humans. I got a 5.0 recently, and I went ahead and I added a couple copies of Grand Abolisher. It's brand new from the new set. See how if it actually works out in humans, since it does allow us to be able to prevent removal spells on our turn. And since we're an aggro deck, we kind of really just want to force our opponent to have least positive interactions against us. So that's what we're working out today. And if you like Orzhov Humans, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification to alert for future videos. This is the bonus video for, of course, the new season. I tried to do 4. Usually I do 3. So just to get this amped up, ready for the next season. Let's get into the bonus video of the week, and let's see the deck in action. So the deck list, we have 22 lands, pretty reasonable overall. 3 get lost because our worst matchup is Amalia. So we do want to be able to have enough removal to kill the Amalia main board. Now Orzhov does give us some good creatures here. We have Blood-Soaked Champion, pretty awesome card. Genera Dauntless General as a way to protect our stuff. Pretty reasonable as well. We have Freebooter as a couple copies to get rid of removal out of our opponent's hand. Then we have a General Kudro because it's kind of graveyard hate. It's a Lord effect. It's just a pretty awesome creature overall. Now, the other pieces, of course, we have a lot of the main mono white humans with Bodyguard, Officer, Vanguard. We also, of course, have Thalia, Thalia's Lieutenant, Adeline. These are all really good mono white options. Sideboard, we do pick up some pretty good black stuff. Against Amalia, we have Knight of Death's Shadow, which is a real reason to be in Orzhov, because this really does address our worst matchup. A couple portable holes, in case we need a little bit extra removal against aggro, probably can cut the Warden of the Inner Sky in that matchup. Then we have 3 Thoughtseize against Control. In that matchup, we probably can cut a Get Lost and the couple Wardens. And then we have our Knights of Death's Shadow. In that matchup, we don't necessarily care about Grand Abolisher or Freebooter in that case. Maybe, actually, yeah, it would be Abolisher just because we do probably want to get rid of Coco out of their hand. We have 2 Hearses for Graveyard Hate for the Phoenix matchup. A Redain for Lotus Field to push them off. Wedding Announcement, 4 copies for the mid-range piles. And then we have a Wandering Emperor, kind of a decent payoff at the very end. Usually I think this is going to be where we cut General Kudro. If Graveyard Hate doesn't matter and the removal spell doesn't matter, bring in Wandering Emperor because it's kind of a better removal spell, plus it's a grindy card. So that is our Orzhov Humans for Pioneer. Let's see the deck in action. So we'll play Cavern on Human and play a Blood-Soaked Champion, say Gu. Elf. Passes. Concealed Courtyard. Thalia. Shove a Champion, say go. Forest. Othanissa. Thalia already doing some work. Gets a Teferi Hero Dominaria. And an Elf. So play the Mutavault so that way we can get that ready for next turn. Play Adeline. Shove in there. Pass the turn. Forest. Uvenwald Oddity. So this is Mono Green Devotion. Just does not have his namesake piece. So we play Godless Shrine. Untapped. So I think I play Jaruna as a way to just kind of protect our stuff. And he scoops it up. So against Mono Green, I don't think this is really a matchup for Grand Abolisher. We definitely want our portable holes to get rid of the Elf. Maybe a single Wandering Emperor over Kudro. Actually, Extraction Specialist is just as bad. But I don't see anything else that's worth it. So we'll run it like that. Llanowar Elf passes. Courtyard. Blood-Soaked Champion, say go. Forest. Is this a Elf? Elf. Othanissa. So play the Volt. Play a Thalia, say we'll attack with the Champion. Forest. Circuit Mender. And passes. Play the Cave. Champion. Officer, say go. I think I wait a turn. Next turn I could turn on the Volt. Storm the Festival. Oath and a Nykthos. That was not a very good storm. Gets another Circuit Mender and passes. So now we get to play a Shrine untapped. Turn on a Bolt. Play a Thalia's Lieutenant. Go to combat. Get extra frisky. So he's probably going to block the Officer, which is his best exchange. He gets to draw a card. He passed the turn. Troll. And it's 7 mana. Another Circuit Mender. Circuit Mender. And passes. Get lost to Troll. Turn on the Volt. Shove with everything but... Yeah, shove with everything. If he blocks the Thalia's Lieutenant, that's fine. I mean, that is a profitable exchange, but... Okay. So it kills my Volt. Chomps here. Trades here. So he's left with 2 elves. And he gets to draw 3. Or 2. And he passed the turn. Looks like a Leveler's coming down. No, Ugin. Minus 2? Or you're just gonna bolt. Bolts. I get that makes perfect sense. Another elf. And passes. Thalia's Lieutenant. Or Thalia's Thalia. And the question here is, do I want it to bodyguard? I don't think I want to do anything, right? This is a 2/2. So that's 5 points of damage. He scoops it up. Okay. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Courtyard. Champion. Say go. Swamp. Passes. Shrine tapped. Officer. Fatal pushes. We say go. Swamp. Passes. Such a bad Thalia's Lieutenant. Edicts. Passes. Thalia's Lieutenant. Edicts. Okay. Pass the turn. Passes. Bodyguard. Push. Pass the turn. Passes. Wharton. Shove. Say go. There's his 3rd land. Trespasser. Eats my champion. Another Adeline. Pass the turn. Shoves in there. Eats up my yard. Go ahead and pitch an Adeline. Shieldred. And now I think it's too late, even if we do draw a land. Okay, this time we won't mull to 4. So this matchup, we definitely bring in Wedding Announcement, possibly Emperor. Kudrow out, Abolisher out, a Get Lost, a Vanguard. I don't like that. Courtyard. Champion. Say go. Swamp. Passes. Mutavolt. Thalia. If he has a push, he's going to push now. Say go. Scoops it up. Got game 2. Run it back. Swamp. Passes. Courtyard. Wharton. Say go. Swamp and passes. Mutavolt. We will play a Thalia. Say go. Edicts. Plays a Swamp. Edicts me. Sure. And passes. Play that on white. Play Wedding Announcement. Say go. Field of Ruin to get rid of my Mutavolt. Get her one of Fun of Plains. Etherborn. Passes. Play a Ganju. Play Extraction Specialist. Get back the Thalia. Say go. Draws 3. Tapped Hive. Passes. Play a Shrine untapped. Say go to combat. Attack. Offers a trade. Sorry for you though, opponent. We'll play Wandering Emperor. Uptick. And pass. So we have Get Lost for the Hive. Path of Peril. And Thoughtseize for the Get Lost. And a tap Sunken Citadel. Passes. Play Adeline. Uptick. Shove for 6. Or eat. Say go. We might be getting a 2-0 right now. With humans. I thought this was going to be a horrible matchup. We lucky enough he got land screwed. It's like game 2. Invoke. So we sack a token. Oh, we lose like pretty much our board. But we have lethal. So he needs a fatal push. Passes. Play one Wedding Announcement. Shove. Clean to dust. Eats a creature. So we deal 9. Say go. Probably should have put this on white. Just in case you drew another Path of Peril. Scoops it up. 2-0. Let's get into the next. Shrine. Untapped. Champion. Say go. Yeah, I definitely should play the Courtyard. I just didn't see a 1-drop. I realized it was over here. Usually I have them sorted. Overlook. Courtyard. Freebooter. Take Roaring Earth. Shove. Urborg. Okay, so he plays a Cobra. Passes. Values Lieutenant. Shove. So you see playing the Bill? Plays an Overlook first. So he's probably going to play the Dread Presence here. So Overlook goes, gets a Forest, adds a green, Dread Presence. You probably could have played this Cobra, Reclaimer, Vanguard, kill Dread Presence, shove, trades, takes 7 to 8. Say go. There's Bill, Urborg, passes. Mutavault's not bad. Go to combat, shove at these two, trades, sacrifices a forest. Oh, it's not a trade. It's a profitable block. Cool. Yeah, I should have realized that. Now that he gets to fill the room to get my Mutavault. And we get it back. Pass the turn. Aftermath Analyst. Argroth grows the Bill. Goes to combat. Do you attack? Does not. Passes. Cavern, not a great top deck. Put that on human. Still no blocker for the freebooter. So we shove, say go. Sacks a forest. Gets a hideout. Get another forest, put another counter on the Reclaimer. So I guess he sacks this, he gains 3. So it's not exactly lethal yet. Cracks a map. Yeah, bends Reclaimer. Makes sense. Cracks another map, draws a Urborg, and passes. Play a cave. So he's going to go to 1, it looks like, based off of his current mana situation. He could sacrifice this forest or whatever, grab another streets card, gets rid of an Urborg. Yeah, there's an Overlook. So now he's at 1. Plays another Urborg, grabs the Reclaimer, attacks for 14. Essentially, yeah, so I think I have to block here. So now he has to crack the Aftermath. So we go to 11, and he passes. Another Copper, shove. Maybe I should have blocked with the Mutavault. So now he has to sack the Analyst. I don't think there's a way I can get out of this. So he's at 5. Aftermath. Makes a bear. Plays a field. I mean, try to stay alive. He did not use his field. Okay, that's not going to do anything. Bring in Knight, weirdly enough. Again, I don't think Grand Abolisher is necessary. This at least prevents the life gain from those pesky cheating lands. Specialist doesn't seem great. Maybe an Emperor. Ironically, the graveyard hate does matter because we want to exile their lands. Question is, do I want a hearse? Is there anything that's worse? This is technically graveyard hate. We'll just run it like that, I guess. Courtyard. Officer, say go. Forest. Reclaimer, passes. Courtyard. Vanguard. Shove. Say go. He trades. Okay. Another Reclaimer. Play a Cavern on human. Play Bodyguard. Protect the Vanguard. Shove. Say go. Cobra. Overlook. Cracks the Overlook. 2 green. And Roaring Earth. Get rid of the Roaring Earth. 3 pathway. Play Adeline. Shove in there. See how he blocks. No blocks at all. Takes it. Pass. Cracks a map. Grows the Cobra. And draws a card. Draws a field, I should say. Plays the field. Claimer. Looks like he's passing. I wouldn't mind a Thalia's Lieutenant. Of course, we draw a land. Go to combat. Shove in there. He could double block Thalia. Adeline here. Blocks. So he chumps. Oh wait, he's going to sack this. Not enough to actually get him anywhere. Or is it? Now I'm curious. I mean, that puts a land on the battlefield tapped. Oh, I guess he can get a hideout, which gives him 2 mana. So the question here is, do I want to deal 9, 11? Or do I deal 8 and save my Vanguard another turn? I think I just exchange. Play a tap land, say go. Roaring Earth. Plays a field. Probably grows the Cobra. Dread Presence. That's like the worst case scenario here. Play the champion. Oh, this is a bad situation. There's no physical way where I can win this turn. This Dread Presence pretty much means I lose. Just because he could start sniping here, and here. Or double Adeline, which, yeah. I mean, there's like no physical way I could win from this point with Dread Presence and no interaction for it. So, 2-1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? Human still feels pretty reasonable in general, right? So overall we went 2-1, which is not a bad record overall with the deck. We didn't really get his to play with Grand Abolisher, but it's one of those cards that when it matters, it matters. When it doesn't, it doesn't. So I mean, a 2-mana 2/2 is not the greatest of stat lines, especially double white pip. But you know, it could definitely be good in this deck, in general, long term. But I didn't really see any other humans I wanted to test from the new set. Is there any card that I should have tested in this list? Let me know down in the comment section. Of course, I could have tested maybe the mono white, quote unquote, +1/+1 counter artifact enchantment heat card and out of the board, but I just don't think there's anything out of the sideboard that I want to cut for it. Everything is pretty much addressing certain matchups that are weak, that humans are weak towards. And artifact enchantments aren't really something I'm really necessarily worried about overall. But maybe Warden of the Inner Sky is just kind of medium, honestly. That's like the only card that honestly didn't really ever feel that great in the deck. And we could also bring another Extraction Specialist out of the board if we wanted. But I think the Wedding Announcement is just better at that. We did get flooded a little bit when we did lose, but I'm not sure if I should look into too much of that because of variance. But like I said, if there's anything else I should have looked at from the new set for Orzhov Humans, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out that door. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.